Everybody, and welcome to Carey Stadium in Ocean City, where two of the top 25 in the online 25 will meet in the West Jersey Football League game. Number 7, Ocean City. Number 13, Millville. Of course, no championships at stake. It's just a regular season giving these athletes a chance to play. Ocean City has won 3 straight with a running clock in all 3. And Millville's had a roller coaster season already. They lost to a good Hamilton team in a close game at start the season. Then they upset St. Augustine. The Preps only lost so far. And last week were kind of mauled by St. Joe of Hamilton, 56-6. The captains, as you can see out at the center of the field for Ocean City, it's Brad Jamison, 6'3", 215-pound senior, and Devontae White, the 5'11", 185-pound junior from Millville. Normally there'd be 8 captains out there, but instead this year it's just the 2 head coaches and a representative captain from each team.
You know, Tom, one of the first things you notice when you come that it's not normal is there aren't a lot of fans here. No. And as well as Ocean City has played this year, you would expect this place would be, you know, pretty darn full under normal circumstances.
So Ocean City won the toss. They'll defer. Millville takes the football. Raiders will have their backs to the ocean. High school football. You're watching on either OceanCitySports.com or PrimeEvents.net or through Quinn Broadcasting, which covers all Millville football throughout the season. This game brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week. But, of course, it's not always possible with the ticket limitations. They also encourage you to wear a mask and take all the other precautions to make sure the games will continue. Jake Schneider of Ocean City comes into this game needing 2 catches to be the all-time Ocean City leader in pass receptions. He has 96, and the record is 97 by Ryan Taylor. He broke the record for touchdown receptions last week. He now has 17 of those, and he's been a big story with also 2 interceptions brought back for touchdowns. We should see the ball in the air a lot here tonight because Nate Robbins throws the ball often. He's thrown 90 already this year, threw over 300 last year for 2,000 plus yards. And, of course, Joe Rapetti set a school record with 20 touchdown passes last year for Ocean City, and he's doing very well again this year. Here comes the kick. Brendan McGonagall's kick. It's going to come down at about the 17-yard line, bounces free for a moment, and then running up across the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Anxious to see, Tom, which of the 2 Millville teams we see tonight, the one that played St. Augustine or, you know, the one that struggled last week. So, you know, they're 2 different, not 2 different teams, obviously, but different capabilities as far as how well they played.
And also give us some indication of whether St. Joe's just got it together last week. Robbins takes a snap, play action, quick pass in the left flat, and some running room out close to the first down as he quickly got that ball out to Naeem Sharp. He's a freshman. There's 49 players on this Millville team. Ocean City has 55, but 15 of those players from Millville are freshmen. And some of them are playing key roles. Here's trips to the right. Robbins takes a snap, same play to the right side, and enough for the first down. Out across the 40-yard line is Laquin Allen, the 6', 188-pound junior who scored 3 touchdowns as a running back this year, but also a good receiver. I think he's caught 10 passes.
Good size does Millville have, Thomas, and height-wise they have good size.
Yeah, Millville has its offensive line back this year, so they're mostly a lot of their skill players are juniors. So this is a team for the future. Illegal procedure on that play, though, so a 5-yard penalty against the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, you don't want to see that, but, you know, it's going to happen still early in the season, but, you know, you come across, you get a couple first downs, and then shoot yourselves in the foot with that 5-yard penalty.
Trips to the left. Allen in motion to the right, gets the pass, and he's got some room. He's out across the 45 and close to the 50-yard line.
They've gained about 10 yards on each of their offensive plays so far. All three of them, those little short passes toward the sideline.
10 on that one, so it's 2nd and 5.
And they're ready to go.
Robbins back to his right. That's Allen. He shifts up behind the right guard. Robbins on the run. His pass is off center, a little short. Trying to get it out there to Teon Cephas, 5'8", 146-pound junior, who's pretty much their leading receiver. Gain of about 6. Sorry, they gained 6 on that previous play, 16, I mean, to make it 2nd. Should be 3rd, right?
Well, it went back.
All right.
They gained it on the after the penalty.
Okay. Robbins handles the snap, little swing pass out to Allen. He's being chased and driven out of bounds. Just across the first down mark, it looks like. Looks like they have a first down on the Ocean City 45-yard line.
And again, they continue to use the same play, one side or the other. Raiders will look to make some kind of an adjustment there.
1st and 10 at the Ocean City 45-yard line.
Robbins goes to the sideline to get the play.
Players are ready. He's just telling about any changes. Double slot formation. Back to his right. Hands the ball straight ahead. Allen hits and drives and picks up about 4. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, though.
Yeah, first running play. And again, set up, pretty much throw that ball out in the flat on the left, throw it on the flat on the right for 4 or 5 plays, and then run one up the middle.
Trips to the left, receiver to the right. They shift Allen. There's 4 receivers out there now. Pump fake throw over the middle is complete. At the 35, at the 30, on his knees at the 25 into the 20-yard line. That's Devontae White, 5'11", 185-pound junior, and another first down as Millville continues to move. And because of these quick plays, Ocean City can't get any pressure on them. Here's a quick pass out to the right is caught. And diving inside the 10-yard line is Colleen Bowman. The one thing about Millville is they have a lot of experienced receivers, people who have caught the ball this year.
Yeah, well, Robbins has put the ball right on the numbers every single pass so far. That makes it a little easier for the receivers as well.
Except we got a holding penalty on this play, so that'll back them up and slow them down. But I think the key to all this is the quick release, the quick passes, and Ocean City with a pretty good pass rush and a pretty good defensive line in their first 3 games, not having a chance to show it.
Tom, the play previous to that was beautiful. I mean, they faked that little swing pass out there to the side and get a guy coming across the middle in a short pass.
Ball's on about the 26-yard line. First and about 16 yards to go. Over the middle, Robbins, and it's incomplete. Trying to get the ball to White.
Threw that hard. Tough pass to handle. But, certainly had to fit it into a small window.
Right.
Did Robbins.
Right.
Really like that other play. You're going to see that play again later on where they catch the wide receiver coming inside from the.
Robbins with the ball, under some pressure, being chased, gets it away, and it's to the sidelines. It's caught in bounds for a gain by Colleen Bowman, but only a gain of a few yards. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
The penalty really hurt them. Again, it hurts your momentum as much as the yardage.
Robbins ready, though. Allen to his left. Double slot formation. Takes a snap. Quick pass out to Allen on the left side. Down the left side, he's got first down yardage, and he's inside the 10-yard line for a goal line situation for Millville.
Somebody's got to get out there to that sideline, one side or the other. I mean, again, they run the play, a short pass to the sideline 80% of the time so far in this football game. Ocean City has to adjust defensively, and Robbins is right on the money again.
1st and goal on the 8. Robbins to Allen. Allen cuts it back, dives inside to about the, 3-yard line. No, maybe the 5-yard line, looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's where it gets. You got to make sure you just look at the white lines down there. You can see the blue and the gold, and they mean field hockey and soccer and everything else. Here we go. 2nd and goal. Robbins takes the snap, hands it off to Allen, who cuts it back, drives inside the 5 to about the 3 or 4 yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal. And this defensive line of Ocean City getting a chance to show a little something right here. And they hadn't been able to show with that hurry-up pass offense that brought them down here.
Well, I think you're going to see that pass offense again right here. 0 for 2 into the line.
3rd and goal, ball just inside the 5. Now Robbins looks back to the sidelines again. They're going to call timeout. So there's a timeout on the field called by Millville. They're threatening to score with 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. Pacini, 13th and West in Ocean City, still features gourmet pizza, pasta, chicken, and seafood entrees, plus fresh salads and sandwiches. You just can't come inside to enjoy them. Phone ahead for pickup and delivery, 609-525-0767. Curbside service is available. Just call 609-525-0767 when you get there. Pacini's open year-round, 7 days a week. Open every day at 11:30 for lunch and dinner until 9:30 Friday and Saturday, 8:30 the rest of the week. Free delivery after 5. Pacini, 13th and West in Ocean City. Phone 609-525-0767. 3rd and goal for Millville. Just inside the Ocean City 5-yard line. An impressive drive to start this game. See if they get points out of it. Nate Robbins takes the snap. Looking, under pressure, scrambles, and he's sacked outside the 15-yard line. Big play for Ocean City by Mike Rhodes and that defensive line.
That was a huge play. Obviously, Rhodes dropped back to pass the Raiders a man-to-man there on defense and well covered in the secondary where all the receivers upfield.
Rhodes came into this game, I think, with 25 tackles for losses in the last couple of years. All right, now it's 4th and goal, but it's outside the 15-yard line. Robbins with the ball. Back to throw. Throws long down the middle, and it's incomplete. Hit the receiver on the back of his hand, but he couldn't get enough hands up, and a big defensive play shuts down an impressive Millville drive, and Ocean City will take over on its own 15-yard line.
Yeah, when you go back and think that, they're on the 3-yard line as Millville at one point, and then that 2 big stops into the line for the defense for Ocean City, and then that big sack, which took them all the way back to the 25, I guess, or
15.
15, sorry.
It's okay. 1st and 15, or 1st and 10 at the 15. Joe Rapetti takes a snap. They're looking for room out across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Rapetti does run effectively. He scored 7 touchdowns last year. He has 1 this year, and he's the leading rusher on the team right now. And he picks up 3. 2nd and 7. Trips to the right. Rapetti, quick pass out to the right. Swinging it out there, running room, down the right sideline, out across the 30, still going at the 35-yard line.
I believe that was Schneider.
It was, and he ties the school record with that reception. That is his 97th career reception.
I tell you, Tom, the one thing, you see that play when he caught the ball and almost stopped dead in his tracks to cut back and stay inside the would-be tackler. What a great move.
Alone in the backfield, Rapetti. Double slot formation. He's got motion from the right side. There'll be 3 receivers out to the left. He looks for one. He's got him. Dropped it. He dropped it. Open just across the 40-yard line was Jake and Sarah, usually a reliable receiver and a multi-talented football player on both sides of the ball, but must have turned the head away before.
Absolutely. He didn't have anybody near him, and I think what he was thinking was, how much yardage am I going to gain after I catch this pass? And
who's around me?
I forgot to catch it first. That happens.
Now, and Sarah gets the ball. He drives out to across the 45-yard line. Kind of makes up for it a little bit with an 8-yard gain.
Well, a lot of coaches will do that. get the ball right back to the guy, especially when he's a guy like Jake and Sarah.
Yeah, he scored with a defensive interception. He scored rushing touchdowns. He leads the team in tackles and led the team in tackles last year. All right, into the game now at running back is Sean Mazzatelli. He gets it, and he's got a first down across the 50 at the Millville 48 or 47-yard line.
We've seen a lot of offense among these two teams here in the early going. Millville's first series all the way down to the 3-yard line, and before Ocean City was able to stop them, and now the Raiders really moving the football well on offense.
Double slot, Rapetti alone in the backfield. Drops back, has a little time, fires over the middle, and it's defensed well by Devontae White, who could have picked it off. Almost got his hands on it to pick it off.
Yeah, he threw that one in a little bit of traffic. Intended there for Jamison in the middle. Had a safety, also single safety in the middle there to help out. That's Colleen Bowman back there.
So it's 2nd and 10 on the 48 of Millville. They hand the ball to Wilson, and he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. May have fallen ahead for a yard. We'll see how they spot it, but it'll be 3rd and long for Ocean City.
I see all these guys on the Millville roster that listed as 6 foot,
Yeah.
and they all look like they're 6'3" to me. So either I'm getting shorter or I'm just not used to being this far away.
Ocean City still looking at the sidelines as the coaches will signal any changes after they initially line up. Rapetti's going to be alone in the backfield. Double slot formation. Now they're sending Wilson in next to him. 3rd and about 9. Play action to Wilson. Rapetti throws over the head of Jamison. He also had Rauner cutting into the center of the field, but he was definitely throwing toward the sideline. So it's incomplete, and Ocean City will punt.
So Millville holds after Ocean City gains 3 or 4 first downs.
And Ocean City stops Millville inside the 5. Niam Sharp, a freshman, back at about the 18-yard line. Rapetti to punt. Good snap, a little bit of a rush. Really, really high punt. And it's into the end zone for a touchback, but there's a flag on the play, and I think they might have roughed Rapetti.
Yep, that's what it's going to be, Tom, because as soon as he went down, referee Henry Wimberg signaled, threw the flag right at that spot. So we're going to get a roughing the kicker penalty against Millville.
So Ocean City will keep the ball, get a first down inside the Millville 40-yard line. They're going to put it on the 33-yard line. 30 yards in penalties already against Millville. Last week, I think we had 150 or 160 total penalty yards out at Cedar Creek.
Well, that really hurts Millville because they're going to get the football at the 20-yard line other than that.
Right. Slot to the right. And they go inside to Insera, and he's kind of bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. Big number 65 down there for the Thunderbolts.
Samir File is 6'1", as you said, big, 288-pound senior all-star from last year. 2nd and 11, the loss on the play. Slot to the right, and Sarah to the left of Rapetti. Rapetti back to throw, being chased from behind. He's running and looking. And he's got some room down the right sideline with a burst of speed. Don't know if he got the first down until they mark it, but he made a nice gain.
Yeah, I think it almost looked like the defense expected him to run out of bounds as he was running over there to the sideline, and then he cut the play back up inside.
Less than a yard to go. Third down inside the 25. Rapetti gives to Insera, who's easily got the first down, and he's inside the 20. So Ocean City on the move here. Started on their own 15, helped by a roughing the kicker penalty, roughing the punter. The ball's on the 18 right now. 1st and 10.
A lot of offense, Tom.
Ocean City, the highest scoring team in Cape Atlantic League, but this is the toughest team they've played this year. High snap. Players run into each other. Repetti maintains his poise and picks up yardage inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think he's going to hand that off, but once the contact is made back there with the ball carrier, and I think the intended ball carrier, he just decides to keep it, not risk anything, and makes a good gain out of it. It's 5 or 6 yards.
Mazzatelli's going to come in at running back. Ocean City has 4 or 5 people to carry the ball. Mazzatelli to the left, and he gets the ball, drives straight ahead, and falls into the 10. Stopped on the play by Mike Palmer, 5'11", 182-pound senior.
One of the reasons probably that Repetti leads the team in rushing is that there are so many other guys sharing the ball back there.
Yeah. And also because he's kind of quick.
Yep.
Ball is on the 10. 3rd and about 3. Repetti keeps it, and there's room on the right side. He cuts it back. He's inside the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. He's also got good balance.
Yeah.
10-yard touchdown run by Joe Repetti, and Ocean City scores first.
Runs like a running back as opposed to running like a quarterback. He doesn't lumber down the field or, just look to run straight and get what he can out of the play. That was a great run there. Design run the whole time. Started to the right, cut back left.
And now Repetti will hold. Brendan Mcgonagall will come on to kick the extra point. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's wide. Not with a typical height. Didn't hit that one quite right. He has only his second miss of the season. He's 19 for 21 now. But Ocean City leads it 6-0 with 1:44 left in the first quarter. The rides aren't open at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, but this is a good time to get bargains for next summer. At Wonderland Pier, your tickets never expire. Bring your leftover tickets from this year to the park when it opens next spring. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at Gillians.com and at Stainton's Gallery on Asbury Avenue, downtown Gillian's. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturdays until 6, and Sundays from 9 until 4. Help is just around the corner. Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road, Summers Point, 609-927-6464. Visit them online at shorehardware.com.
Go back to that touchdown run, Tom. The right side of that line really sealed the defenders inside and gave Repetti that room to run out there.
Here's the boot by Mcgonagall. Drives him back inside the 10-yard line and right out across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. And Millville will put it into play there. Returned by Laquin Allen, who does a whole lot of things for this team offensively. So they're going to start, call it the 21. Millville will start on its own 21. And Nate Robbins has been effective with the quick passes, but a big sack pushed him out of range in a goal line situation, and Ocean City took over. Robbins awaits the snap. Hands the ball off to Allen, going left, and he's got a yard or two. Good pursuit by Ocean City's defense. One of the things that concerned Kevin Smith and other coaches who have had dominant performances have been concerned about it in other sports was his starters aren't playing a full game.
Right.
And, he put them in a little more in the fourth quarter against Cedar Creek for just that reason, because there's going to be games where they're going to be needed all 4 quarters. Robbins with the ball rolling right. Quick pass is incomplete. Close. That's Cephas, their one of their leading receivers, and well timed there by Schneider.
Yeah, and
real close.
Schneider had that play smelled out right from the very beginning, and the hit was going to be simultaneous with the catch, had the catch been made. So it wasn't going anywhere, and perhaps the reason it wasn't made was because Schneider was bearing down.
So it's 3rd and 8 for Millville. Double slot formation. Robbins under pressure, avoids the, well, he's grabbed by the shirt, he gets away, scrambling, and he's going to throw it away. So they'll punt again.
Yeah, that's Raiders one intentional grounding there, but
No.
the receivers got back, a couple
were-
of receivers got back to the vicinity of where that ball came down, including Laquin Allen and I think Tyon Cephas.
Yeah, you're right. They were coming back. They
Yeah.
were with, especially under the pressure he was under. He's not going to throw a perfect pass.
Yeah,
But
actually,
it was in the vicinity.
actually, I think at one point they grabbed his towel.
Yeah. I said shirt, but it was his towel. You're right. Robbins is the punter. Like Ocean City, the quarterback punts. Absegami's quarterback punts. It opens some things up if you want them to, but they're not going to do it here. 4th and 8 in a punting situation for Millville. Robbins awaits the snap. Rolls back to him, but he gets it away. It's a high kick. It's going to hit at the 45-yard line. Ocean City will run away from it. And the Raiders will take over on the Millville 44, leading 6-0 with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. You know, there's a lot of great stories. Ocean City and Millville don't play every year, but there's a lot of great stories, and most of them involve Tony Cerise. Remember when he was hit on the sideline, broke his leg in the game up at Millville, wouldn't leave? They almost had to force him to go to the hospital. And then here, well, we'll tell you a story about what happened here when Tony Galeni was the coach of Ocean City. We'll tell you about that in a few moments.
We should go back to Tom after this play to that near sack.
There's a handoff looking for room up the middle and driving down close to the 30-yard line. I don't think Jake and Sarah needs to be motivated very much, but maybe dropping that pass has fired him up a little more than usual.
Well, I don't know that I mentioned it was Mazzatelli who was in pursuit of Robbins back there and almost made the sack on that play.
Grabbed his towel.
Oh, yeah, it was really. He came in of a little blitz there from an outside linebacker spot.
2nd and 2. Rapetti play action, gets away from a rush and throws it away. Oh, no, throws it complete. He throws a complete pass to Schneider, who's still going, and he's going to score. But there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I mean,
He got lost. He's on 5'8". I didn't see him.
Going to be a guy downfield, I think.
It is.
Yep.
So that nullifies a record-breaking catch by Jake Schneider and another touchdown.
Couldn't tell if Rapetti was trying to throw the ball into the ground and throw it away, but Schneider was almost on the ground to catch the ball.
That's the end of the first quarter, so they'll step off the penalty, and we'll come back with Ocean City. It'll be a second down play, but a lot more than 2nd and 3. After one quarter here at Carey Stadium, it's Ocean City 6, Millville nothing. Winning teams know that the key to success is getting the job done right the first time. For over 100 years, Calvi Electric has applied that philosophy to their business to offer an unparalleled level of electrical expertise and service to every single customer. Whether it's a major electrical overhaul, a solar installation, or just changing that hard-to-reach light bulb, make Calvi Electric a part of your winning team. Call 609-345-0151. Ocean City goes after it here on a running play and grabbed by the shirt, and he's going to pick up 5 or 6 yards with a great second effort. Strong run by Wilson to about the 35-yard line. And actually, that was part of the first quarter. Because of the penalty, they put a couple seconds back on the clock, and Ocean City ran that play. So it's going to be 3rd and about 1 when we start the second quarter. The first quarter is now over officially, with Ocean City on top 6-0. Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is an exercise facility that encourages people of all ages and fitness levels to join and feel better. They have saltwater pools, strength and conditioning equipment, cardio machines, and aerobic and water exercise classes. They're open at the Aquatic and Fitness Center weekdays from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. There are special precautions during the pandemic. Please phone 609 398-6900 for more information, or visit ocnj.us/recreation online. And don't forget, gift certificates to the Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center make great gifts.
Quick first quarter, Tom.
Yeah.
Considering especially all the passes, but they weren't incomplete passes.
Right.
For the most part.
Right. Ocean City 3rd and 1. And Repetti's going to get the first down off the left side to about the 32-yard line.
Again, a nice cut back inside. Really sees the hole well. A lot more people here than I thought would come or would be.
Well, the limit's 500. It's homecoming. A couple of homecoming candidates can't make it. Repetti rolling right, being chased from behind. Pass to the sideline is caught by Schneider, and Schneider's down to the 10 with that record-breaking catch.
Wow. I mean, as exciting as he was last year, he's just even more exciting when he catches a football.
Oh, he doesn't get tackled much.
And he doesn't drop any. Well, I won't say any, but I don't want to jinx him.
So he's now the all-time Ocean City leader in pass receptions and the all-time Ocean City leader in touchdown receptions. Repetti keeping off the left side, and he down inside the 5, it looks like, maybe right to the 5-yard line. So it's 2nd and goal just outside the 5. Repetti scored the first touchdown. This time Insera drives, and he's hit hard at the line of scrimmage and driven back. And he ran into that Samir File. Samir doesn't move much when you run into him. As we said, he's 6'1", 288, and not only big but good. He's an all-star from last year.
Something you don't see much. Repetti helped up Allen off the ground. You don't see that a lot from
Repetti. Scrambles up the middle. Quick pass is incomplete into the end zone.
I say you don't see it much because of the limitations on shaking hands or touching each other or whatever, and yet you're out here tackling each other.
McGonagall's going to attempt the field goal. He's 1 for 2 on the year. He kicked a 28-yarder. His longest is 32, and it looks like this will be about 22. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 22. Repetti will hold. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's good. Ocean City takes a 9-0 lead as he's 2nd all-time in kicking points at Ocean City, and he's still only a junior.
You know, Tom, you go back and you talked about Schneider now having the all-time receiving record, and man, there have been some great receivers in this high school.
Oh yeah,
going back a long way.
And by the way, a Hall of Famer, Scott Lipford, gave Jake a call during this past week to congratulate him on breaking his record.
He's the first person that I thought of when I said how many great receivers we've had here in the past.
And he still holds the record for yardage. That's something that Jake's going to have some good games the rest of this year to break that. 6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, right behind us. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022, and check their lunch specials and other deals on their Facebook page. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Here comes the kickoff from Mcgonagall. And it's end over end, coming down at the 15-yard line. Sharp looking for room up the middle, and he's gone full speed, spins out of a tackle, and gets another 5 or 6 yards.
I'll say one thing, Tom, you see a lot of great speed from Millville so far. And there was another example of it.
So they'll start on their own 41-yard line. Trailing 9-0.
Raiders have a couple freshmen in there on that kickoff team there.
I think there's only one. Unless there's one you know about that I don't.
Well, I noticed Tyler McDaniels.
Yeah. Trips to the left, receiver to the right. Back to throw on a heavy rush, and he gets the screen off right side to Allen. Good call, but not much yardage on the play. They may have lost the yardage.
Yeah, they had the right call against that screen.
By the way, after McGonigal kicks this field goal and Ocean City takes a 9-0 lead, be a good time to point out that Millville hasn't kicked an extra point since 2018.
Really?
They had 16 two-point conversions last year, and they have 4 so far this year. They have tried a few. Robbins rolling, stops, passes. It's intercepted at the 50-yard line by Schneider. Schneider's going to go down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Well, you got a great block at the end of that play. Great block by Insera, who just held his man off for like the last 10 yards of that run.
You know, touchdowns off interceptions is not a record that we have at our fingertips, so we're going to have to research it because he's got 3 of them already. 40 yards, 45 yards, and now 50 yards. Mcgonagall to kick. It's up. It's good. And Ocean City has a 16-0 lead.
Man, I'm glad I parked on the other side of the scoreboard, Tom. That might have hit my car.
Yeah, we don't want that.
He kicked that thing 40 yards, 50 yards, it seemed like.
9:10 remaining in the first half. It's Ocean City 16, Millville nothing. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library, but with caution. Masks are required for entry. Patrons must enter through the atrium, and they're limited to 1 hour in the library. You can learn to play bridge or improve your cooking and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, homework help, and much more, including the virtual fall concert series every Friday. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson, phone 609-399-2434, or visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. You know, but I think one of the big things that's going to come out of all this mess with the virus that we're all going through is when it's all taken care of at some point, there's going to be a lot more virtual things going on because it's opened up a whole world, or expanded it at least.
Yeah, and a lot of people working from home.
And a lot of people can probably sell real estate virtually.
Well, it's funny you say that. I mean, actually, I go and do a FaceTime.
Yeah.
With a client if they don't want to come look at a house.
You can give them a tour.
Yep.
Taken at the 18-yard line by Sharp, and he's running up the center across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. He's frustrated every time he's tackled.
You know, Tom, and go back to that interception. Robbins threw a pretty nice pass down here. Again, Schneider just in the right spot, anticipated the pass coming that way, and stepped right in front of the receiver. 50 yards straight ahead down the sideline for a pick 6. He's exciting to watch.
Of course, they didn't play him as much on defense last year as they are now. It's paying off. Robbins back to his right. Quick pass to the right side. And still going out close to the first down marker is Allen. May have knocked out a teammate over when he goes out of bounds. A teammate that isn't in the game. Gain of about 9.
That's the worst. You're not even in the game. You get knocked over.
It is. Slot to the left. Looks like a double slot formation. 2nd and 2. And Sharp gets it. And he's quick. He's across the 50.
He is quick.
First down.
Runs like Schneider.
Yeah. He's only a freshman. Some teams pad their roster with freshmen, but Millville gets something out of their freshmen. Their leading tackler last year was a freshman. Robbins takes the snap. Quick pass in the left flat is complete to Smith, and Smith's down the sidelines for some yards, and they're running the offense pretty much like they did at the start of the game here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of an offense where you got playmakers. You got guys who can run. Let's get the ball in their hands. And those quick passes allow you to do that.
Right. Second, around 2 to go. Allen's got the first down, burst through the defense, and he's down to about the 25-yard line. Maybe just short of that, about the 27-yard line, but another first down for Millville. I think I'd want to be doing those little short passes and not take a chance on throwing deep towards Schneider.
Waiting for the chains to move.
Robbins, hands off again. Allen's got some room, picks up 3 or 4 yards. Yeah, they got to play off in the first quarter before the chains were set. Thought they had to wait, at least in high school.
Well, I think
NFL, they don't.
The down marker guy was set where the first chain should go. So,
2nd and 6, play action, pass in the left flat, and down the sidelines, through a couple tackles, and in for the touchdown. Millville on a 24-yard pass play to Teron Hale, a freshman. We just mentioned their freshmen play key roles, and he somehow broke through a couple of tacklers. Bud's going to tell you how, and goes for the touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know how, because I was getting ready to look down to see who made the tackle there, and the next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
So here's a 2-point conversion attempt, and it is unsuccessful. Millville wants a flag. They get it?
Awful close.
Apparently not.
That pass was awfully close.
So it's 16-6. That 2-point conversion would have made sense for anybody because it would have cut the lead to 1 score. But as we said, Millville, they have tried a couple, but they haven't kicked an extra point since 2018. It's Ocean City 16, Millville 6. Shoppy's is even better online. You probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com, you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppy's also has a complete line of unique gifts. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921.
I still don't know how he got through there without being tackled.
And you've looked at it 10 times.
Yeah, no. Just a lot of great speed.
Now we're being told that 2-point conversion was good. Check that out, bud. How did he catch that?
Well, he caught it right at the goal line, and they drove him back from it, but I think he had crossed the goal line.
Here's a kickoff through the end zone for a touchback. I think he should be kicking extra points. So it's 16-8 then, with right now 7:17 remaining in the first half. Ocean City will start on its own 20. We didn't finish that story. Another Tony Saray story. He tended to talk to the officials sometimes. And one game here, he was upset with the officials at the end of the first half and still upset when they came back out for the second half, so they threw him out of the game. And he had to leave the area, so he went up on the boardwalk and watched the game and signaled to the sidelines from there. So when they came back 2 years later to play, Ocean City coach Tony Galeni put a chair up on the boardwalk in case he needed it. Here's a pass down for Schneider, is out there. Schneider's at the 50. It's a foot race. Allen is chasing after him, and he gets him. Gets him at the 25-yard line, but a big, big play for Ocean City. A 55-yard pass and run, make it 54, I guess, to Schneider, who's just dominating this first half.
And Rapetti, let's not forget, he's got to have somebody to throw it to him.
That's right. They're quite a combination.
Wow.
And Allen, give him credit for running him down. Not too many people do. He's coming out of the game here for a minute. There's a handoff to Insera, and he stopped for about a 2-yard gain. Chains aren't even there yet, but that's about what it's going to be.
Well, Ron Moretti's, he's always in the right spot with that down marker. So if the chains aren't ready, at least he knows where the ball was.
Right. About 2-yard gain on the play, just inside the 25-yard line. Both these teams are bye week next week. Rapetti takes it, hands it off. Driving into the line for a few yards is Insera. He's inside the 20, close to the 19-yard line. Ocean City will be back in action on November 6th here against Mainland. And Millville will be playing Williamstown on November 6th. So it's 3rd and a couple. And it's Insera off the left side, got the first down. And he's down to about the 6, it looks like. No. It's the 11, just outside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10.
You know, Tom, I'm sure that he didn't want to be caught from behind, but rather be caught from behind with Jake Schneider than do what Jones did last night for the Giants and trip over his own feet 20 yards from the goal line.
That's right. Off the left side, Rapetti picks up about 3 or 4 yards. St. Joe has scored a safety and leads Vineland 2-0. Second about 6. Rapetti keeps, follows, I guess that's Insera into the line and gets maybe to the 5-yard line.
Zach Mazzatelli, good block there to
Looks like they're
help
on the
Rapetti gain some yardage.
looks like they're about the 5-yard line, 6 maybe. 3rd down and about 5. They shift Jamison. Rapetti is going to keep it, and he's pulled down after a yard or 2 gain. So it's 4th down.
Another field goal attempt.
And they're going to try another field goal.
Good coverage that time in the secondary by the Thunderbolts.
Rapetti will hold. They're putting it down on the 11, so it's a 21-yard field goal. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. No good. Wide. And Millville will take over on the 20-yard line. And credit, in looking back, Laquin Allen for running down Jake Schneider, because the team stepped up defensively and prevented any score.
You know, I've often wondered, Tom, how in the NFL the hash marks are so much closer to the center of the field, making it so much easier for the kickers.
Mm-hmm.
And yet in high school, where the talent is certainly not the level of the NFL, the hash marks are way wider.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
They changed it in the NFL, and nobody followed suit. So Millville starts on its own 20, 3:52 left in the first half. They trail 16-8. Robbins taking his time here. This is interesting. And they finally called timeout.
Well,
That was unusual.
yeah, I don't know if they were trying to draw them off sides or waiting to see if they were going to show blitz or what.
Well, timeout call by Millville. 3:52 left first half. Ocean City leads 16-8. It's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn, individual servings, all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City, 1-800-842-2676. Have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. As we said, St. Joe leads 2-0. St. Augustine has scored again with 10 minutes left in the first half. They lead Mainland 21-0. Quick pass in the left, flat, incomplete. Brady Rauner got there at the same time the ball did, and Brady stayed and the ball left. He's made some big plays on both sides of the ball. He's caught 2 touchdown passes this year.
You know, it's a shame. I mean, the Raiders have built for this year and a lot of seniors, and this will be the year they don't get to see how far they could have gone.
Yeah. 2nd and 10, Allen. And Allen's about to the 23, maybe 24-yard line. This is a team, Millville, that's built for next year. You know, Allen's a junior. Robbins is a junior. The touchdown was scored by a freshman. They've got another key receiver. Cephas is a junior. And some of the linemen, too. 3rd down, about 6. Double slot. Robbins. Now what?
Well, they're showing blitz, and I don't know if they're just showing it to fake it, but he was looking to the sideline again.
He's back to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete. Had hands on it. He had hands on it, but he was hit by Wilson, by Jacob Wilson, and it came free. So it's a punting situation for the Thunderbolts.
High school kids have just gotten so much better in man-to-man coverage, Tom. You know, we go back a long way doing these games when there weren't that many passes in the game and most everybody was playing zone defense in the secondary. And now everybody's throwing the ball a lot, and the kids on defense have really learned how to cover man-to-man over the last several years.
All right, waiting to punt the ball is Robbins. Good snap, good rush. Line drive kick. Schneider goes back and gets it at the 30, and he's kind of pinned in, then he gets a block. He's at the 35. He cuts back at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50, and he's going to be stopped at about the Millville 48-yard line.
Wow, he's got to be tired. I get tired watching him run, Tom. That's just a tremendous individual effort. Thomas Smith eventually does make the stop, but not after he picks up about an additional 15 or 20 yards from where it looked like he was going to be tackled.
He did get a block right there, right after he started the return. It looked like it was boxed in. St. Augustine just scored again, lead Mainland 28-0. That game's being played at the Prep. Was supposed to be at Mainland, but Mainland's field suffered last week's game in the rain. Here's a handoff going right to Wilson, and Wilson's across the 45 to the 44. It's going to be 2nd and about 6. And Sarah comes in. He'll be to the left of Rapetti. Rapetti takes the snap, sets, fires down the middle, too long, intercepted. Intercepted at the 15-yard line, and out back across the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, I tried to force that one in a little bit. Good one-on-one coverage that time by the Thunderbolts.
And Millville will take over on its own 22-yard line.
Trying to give credit on that block you were talking about on Schneider's run.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's Ocean City 16 and Millville 8. Robbins looking to the sidelines. Needs another player. There he comes. Back to his left, double slot. Back goes in motion. Robbins throws over the middle, and it's caught. Intercepted. Intercepted for a touchdown. Ocean City with its second pick six. Brad Jamison brings it back, and the Raiders have taken a 22-8 lead.
And a defensive end gets an interception and a pick six. That's a dream. That's probably a highlight for him, even more so than like catching a touchdown pass on offense.
McGonigal on to kick. So back-to-back interceptions for each quarterback. Ball is down, the kick is up. And it's good, but there's a flag well after the play.
Like you said, Tom, back-to-back interception, but only one of them results in 6 points.
Correct. And Ocean City's had 2 of them here. They had 2 of them last week, so they've had 5 this season. So there's a penalty, but no signal yet. Officials are still talking about it. Guy in the white hat's the one that's going to signal us.
Henry Wimberg. Been around a long time. Excellent official.
It's a personal foul against Ocean City.
Is it a crackback block or something?
Not really sure.
Illegal block below the waist or something?
Apparently, whatever it was, does it negate the extra point? Because, McGonagall's coming back on. Of course, he'd be coming on anyway to kick off.
Yeah, they'd probably assess it on the kickoff. Well, he's going to tell
But if it's a
Kevin
block,
Smith.
If it's a block, it has to be during the play, right?
You would think.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to kick it again, or whatever they decide to do. Kevin Smith out there, as you see, talking to the officials. He's not thrilled. Those guys should have their masks on. Now Wimberg's coming over to the Ocean City sideline. I guess he's arguing about it being a penalty at all, whatever it is. He's even acting it out down there.
Yeah, Kevin's saying that's a legal block.
But
we didn't see it, so.
It isn't. So they're going to try again, and this is interesting. This is a 35-yard extra point.
Certainly capable.
His longest field goal is 32 yards, so I'm sure he'll look at this as a challenge. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough, but it drifts to the left.
Yeah, it's and a couple of his other attempts were a little bit wide left as well. And a case like that, it's like when you feel like a golf shot, you feel like you got to swing harder or hit it harder. You have a tendency to pull it, and that's what he did there. Got a lot of leg into it, just pulled it a little bit. There you see, 22-8, with 1:50 left here in the first half from Carey Stadium.
If you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, your next call should be to Ulmer's Appliance Service. Dryers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dishwashers, disposals, you name it. Ulmer's can repair it, and they service most major brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service has offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and Sea Isle City. There's one close to you. Ulmer's Appliance Service. Ocean City on top here with 2 pick sixes. 22-8 over Millville in a battle between 2 teams that are both in the top 25 in South Jersey. And it's one of the few games this week is in that situation. Mcgonagall to kick off. And it's taken at about the 19 by Harris. He weaves through that defense, the special teams defense, and he's across the 40 and out to about the 45-yard line.
I'm telling you, he runs like Schneider.
Yeah.
It's an exciting runner. And you said a freshman, Tom?
Yeah.
No.
Ball's going to be spotted on the 44.
Actually thought he was a sophomore.
Maybe, where do you see that? No, he's a freshman.
Yep.
Robbins takes a snap, hands it off. Straight ahead, but not for much, maybe 3. Second and 7, down to 1:25 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Both teams with 2 timeouts left. No, Millville has, yeah, they both have 2. Quick pass is incomplete.
Oh.
Trying to get it to Colleen Bowman, another receiver that's back next year. He's a junior.
Well, that'll stop the clock for him. Again, still plenty of time, but now it's third down. Ocean City's probably wants to call timeout if they don't convert here.
3rd and 8. Robbins back to throw, being chased, gets away, throws down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Looked like it bounced around a little bit over there.
Yeah, almost intercepted again.
Patrick Smith has scored 3 touchdowns. Holy Spirit leads Pleasantville 21-12. Smith has had 2 consecutive 300-yard rushing games. Nobody in South Jersey history has ever had 3 in a row. I don't know how long those 3 touchdowns were, but it's a good sign for him, I guess.
Yep.
Here's a punting situation. 1:06 left in the first half. Ocean City on top by 14. And Robbins is going to punt. Good snap, no rush. Floats it to the sideline, and it carries out of bounds. So Raiders will get it at just across the 20, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to kick it away from Schneider. And that time, Jack Hogue fielded the punt right against the sideline, and either the momentum carried him over the sideline or he stepped that way on purpose.
St. Augustine score again. They lead Mainland 35-0.
Yeah, that wasn't expected to be a close game.
I don't think Mace is back yet for Mainland. Ocean City's going to take a knee.
Wow.
Millville can stop the clock if they want, but they don't seem to want. And Ocean City's going to get the ball, start the second half, and they lead it by 14, so they're happy with that.
And they could be leading it by 19. A couple extra points and a field goal. Although, you know, a field goal is never automatic, obviously.
And the longest of them was the one extra
point. Yeah.
So at halftime here, it's Ocean City 22, Millville 8 from Carey Stadium in Ocean City. Those of you watching on OceanCitySports.com or PrimeEvents.net or through Quinn Broadcasting, the Thunderbolts will kick off to the Raiders to start the second half. We will have some coverage of the Ocean City homecoming ceremonies here at halftime as well.
a stage manager, and is involved in JSA. Caitlin plans on majoring in international affairs and work for a nonprofit. The fourth candidate is Sylvia Rakowski. Sylvia is escorted by her mother, Michelle Rakowski. Sylvia is involved in the band, Model UN, and debating in JSA. Sylvia plans to major in neuroscience and also get a law degree. And the last candidate is Chelsea Stack. Chelsea is escorted by Shane and Haley Stack, her brother and sister. Chelsea is involved in field hockey, lacrosse, and diving. Chelsea plans to major in fashion and play lacrosse in college. The candidates would like to thank their family and friends for their support through their high school career. And now we welcome Dr. Jamison, who will crown the homecoming queen. And now we welcome Dr. Jamison, who will crown the homecoming queen. Dr. Jamison. No, that speaker's not working. That's what the problem is. And now, the results of the voting. The second runner-up is Sylvia Rakowski. The first runner-up is Chelsea Stack. And the 2020 homecoming queen is Nia Gilchrist. Thank you all for your participation in Homecoming 2020.
Carey Stadium with Ocean City on top 22-8. Raiders have converted 2 interceptions into touchdowns, one by Jake Schneider and the other by Brad Jamison. Also got a 22-yard field goal from Brandon Mcgonagall and a 10-yard run by Joe Rapetti. And it was Matt Robbins to Teron Hale for Millville's touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So it's 22-8 as we get ready to start the second half, and Millville will kick off to Ocean City.
Typical beautiful fall night here in Ocean City. Not very chilly. Field looks beautiful. Ocean's probably roaring a little bit down there in the east end.
Sounds like you're writing a PR piece.
Well, you know.
It is. It was in the top, I forget what it was, 50 sites for high school football.
Is that right?
And what was that, USA Today or some public? Well, I mean, look, you're right on the beach. You got the big wheel. You got all these little things. But it didn't make it to the head-to-head competition that they're doing.
Well, that's better than the state of New Jersey being ranked #1 for people who it's the worst state to live in.
I love the field in North Jersey at Union. It's built on the roof of the high school. I thought that's cool.
Yeah.
Always meant to go up there and just to see it. You know, it's right in the center of town, and they thought, hey, why do we want to build on the outskirts and everybody have to travel to the field? Let's put it right here.
Better be a pretty strong roof
I'm sure
to hold
it is.
all the people that are up there in the stands and everything else.
I'm sure that was taken into consideration. In fact, the head coach at Cedar Creek was the offensive coordinator of that school last year, and they won a North Jersey championship.
Where was it we went last year, or was it last year or the year before? Big stadium Ocean City played.
Last year, here's the kickoff. It's going to bounce high and be taken at about the 11-yard line. Straight up the middle with some room is Wilson, and Wilson avoids the tackler. It's a foot race. He's down inside the 20, and he is going to score.
Wow. Wow. Made one really good cutback move, Tom, early on, and then it was, like you said, just a foot race.
89-yard kickoff return. And Ocean City leads at 28-8.
I was going to say they'd love to get a quick start here in the second half. Can't get much quicker than that.
It's 5 yards short of the school record by Ray Rogers in 1997.
That's a hell of a way to start off the second half.
Here comes the kick by Mcgonagall. The ball's down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's good. And Ocean City leads it 29-8.
Boy, just made a great move about the 20 or 25-yard line. We're getting a rear camera, end zone camera view here. Hard to see what the actual yard line was, but
It was about the 11, I think.
yeah, what a great run.
The last Ocean City kickoff return was in 2014 for a touchdown. Was 2014 by Jared Jones against Absegami. So a big run by Jacob Wilson, and Ocean City expands its lead and will kick off to Millville, leading by a score of 29-8. The Storage Inn is a family-owned business started more than 3 decades ago. They're at 9th Street and West Avenue in Ocean City. The Storage Inn has over 40 different sizes to meet all your storage needs, both personal and commercial. The Storage Inn is open 7 days a week with 24-hour, 7-day security. Call 609-391-1416 for Storage Inn, also located in Egg Harbor Township, or visit storageinn.net. Their managers are on site to assist you. The Storage Inn of Egg Harbor Township and Ocean City. Here comes the kickoff by Ocean City. Mcgonagall boots it. And then it's taken at about the 10. Here comes Harris. He bangs through a couple tackles. He's out across the 35.
There have been some really great returns so far, Tom, and
Of kickoffs and
Yeah,
interceptions and
yep.
big pass play. It didn't lead to a touchdown. 2 big pass plays when you figure Millville's scoring play was a pretty impressive scoring play. So Millville, with 11:37 still to play in the third quarter, takes over in its own 38. Robbins, quick pass to the sidelines is incomplete.
I think somebody got a piece of that. Might have been Jamison. No? Nope.
Maybe.
52,
Mike Rhodes.
Mike Rhodes.
He does a lot of that. As a matter of fact, he led the Cape Atlantic League in block shots in basketball. He's 6'5", and a good athlete. 2nd and 10. Robbins, double slot, back to throw. Fires, too strong, incomplete. Trying to get it to Hale again.
Hale had half a step on Schneider there, running that little, I guess, kind of short post pattern or slant.
Last week, Jojo Bermudez of Cedar Creek is a lot like Schneider, one of the exciting players in the league, and they were guarding each other most of the game. It's kind of interesting. Motion, Robbins, back to throw. He's going to throw back for Allen, who's out there. He makes the catch at the 50, at the 40, cuts it back, sidesteps the tackler, and spins inside the 30-yard line. So a good play by Millville. Takes the ball down inside the Ocean City 30 to the 28.
Yeah, he made a great catch to Allen. I mean, the ball was thrown back across the field by Robbins, and Allen it was a little bit low, and he was able to make the catch and was kind of all alone back there. Some kind of breakdown in the coverage.
St. Augustine 35, Mainland nothing. Egg Harbor Township leads Bridgeton 16-0. Vineland trails St. Joe 9-7. Here's a handoff to Harris. He stopped at about the 25-yard line. Elsewhere, Holy Spirit leads Pleasantville 21-12. Absegami over Middle Township 41-6. Oakcrest and Lower Cape May are tied at 21. Oakcrest went into that game scoreless after 3 games, so good for the Falcons getting on the board. Maybe their quarterback's back. Pump fake by Robbins, throws down the middle, and a good gain. Ball comes loose, but Millville got it. It was fallen upon by Jaden Wright, the 5'10", 277-pound junior, and Millville retains possession. And they're about a yard short of the first down.
I think that was the same play they ran, Tom, in the second or third play of the game where
that you said they'd come back to.
They'd come back to. Bring a slot receiver in near the line of scrimmage on a little slant.
Allen's a deep back in the pistol. And he gets it. Tries to bounce it outside. And he doesn't get a whole lot. Good defense in there for Ocean City by Tom Shutta. Lost his helmet in the process, so he has to come out of the game. So it's a first down on the 16-yard line as Millville threatens, trailing 29-8.
They do have great speed, though.
Robbins takes the snap, drops back under some pressure, floats it out on the right side. Allen, he's avoids one tackler, drives through another, and he's down to the 10, maybe the 8-yard line. Close to a first down.
Yeah, he made a nice move to avoid that tackle. You said avoids one tackle.
2nd and 2, just inside the 10. Robbins gets the snap, gives it to Allen. Allen straight ahead, drives inside the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. His 4th of the year. And Millville's on the board again. They trail now 29-14 with 8:52 remaining. in the third quarter.
A couple of really potent offensive teams here today, Tom.
The players coming on and off the field, we'll see what they're going to do. I mean, the guy that kicks off for them, Bryson Cox Patterson, I think it is, kicks it pretty well. I don't know if that's who it is. He was a punter last year from Millville. In fact, I think he was second team in all conference. But he doesn't punt this year. They're going for 2. That'll cut the lead to 13. It's a reverse play. Allen throwing for Robbins, and it's good. 2-point conversion. So a 2-point conversion, and it becomes 29-16. Ocean City leads Millville with 8:52 left in the third quarter.
So in 3 minutes, we've had 2 scores.
That's right. Most of you know Bud Rink either as an award-winning broadcaster, teacher, coach, or as one of the area's most dedicated golfers. He's even been mentioned in numerous books. But if you're looking for a place at the shore or have a place you'd like to sell, you should get to know the Bud Rink at Fox Real Estate. He'll get you the best deal and guide you through the process. So whether you're buying or selling real estate, call Bud Rink directly at 609-442-1291 or email him at budr@foxocnj.com. So Ocean City will receive the kickoff. We'll see if they kick it to Jacob Wilson. But the alternative, I think, is Jake Schneider.
Yeah, well, they're going to stand in one behind the other,
right,
like in an I formation, so that the kicker doesn't have any idea which way they're going to go.
Yeah, but what's the difference?
Well, that's true.
After what we just saw. Here comes the kick, and it's going to be Schneider inside the 5. He's out across the 15 to 20, and he's grabbed by the shirt and spun to the ground before he could really get anything going. The tackle made by Zahir Pickett, a sophomore.
Yeah, something else going on about 10 yards upfield. A little extracurricular activity, I guess. Nothing called.
So Ocean City will have the football on the 25-yard line.
That's just a mere normal return there.
Yeah. It's been a lot of excitement, no doubt. The highlight reel from this game will be entertaining. And Millville, they can stop here in a position to get back into this thing. They trailed at one point 29-8. It's now 29-16. Rapetti looks to throw. Fly pattern for Schneider. He makes the catch. Schneider at the 40, all the way across the field. He's outnumbered. Nice block. And he's inside. He's still on his feet. He tried to make room by coming across again, but Millville finally ran him down. But the ball's going to be spotted at the 26-yard line.
And the most amazing thing to me is he gets up off his feet and sprints to the sideline. Like he didn't, I'd have fallen down. You know, you can't run that long. And at least he could have walked off the sideline. He didn't even look tired.
One of the most amazing things was the catch.
Yeah.
That was a nice catch.
Yeah, he came back, just had to come back half a step to get the ball.
On the 28. Rapetti keeps going left. Gets to the outside, cuts it back nicely, loses his balance, may have been tripped up. Falls inside the 20. You mentioned this earlier, but I think Ocean City football players have helped the other team up more than the average team. Mike Rhodes just did it there with Keon German.
Yeah, they've been doing it a lot. I didn't think you were supposed to.
You might be right, you know, under the circumstances. First down, Ocean City.
Yeah, that one's going nowhere.
Good defense by Millville. They shut down Jake and Sarah. It loses about 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 12.
I think that might have been Bryson Cox-Patterson, 5'10", 241-pounder.
Yeah, he was the punter I was talking about. All-star punter last year. Rapetti throws. It's incomplete. Is it intercepted? It's intercepted. It bounced around. It was picked off by DeMar Nelson. And Nelson ends up back inside the 5-yard line trying to get some running room. Let's see where they spot it. I think they're going to bring it out to about the 7. But another interception in this game. Both quarterbacks have been intercepted a couple of times.
And as much as they're helping each other up, it's starting to get a little chippy out there. Some post-play action.
Looks like the ball's going to be on the 2.
Is that 2 blue line or yellow line?
That's the 2-yard line. So Millville takes over on its own 2 after the interception. Robbins hands it off to Allen, and he gets to maybe the 4, but he's the guy I'd give it to down there.
Yep.
Gain of a couple. 2nd and 8.
Or else they give it to that dynamic kick returner.
Yeah. Yeah, Harris. Wide slot to the left, or slot to the right as well. Double slot formation. Robbins to Allen again. Allen's got some room outside, and he is driven out of bounds, but he's got the first down and gets him away from their goal line.
Really nice tackle. Probably really didn't need to make the tackle, did Wilson, because he was running out of bounds. But really, I love to see kids that wrap and tackle. That was a textbook.
So they're out to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 17. Allen trying to bounce outside, and he picks up some yardage across the 20 to maybe the 21.
Yeah, pretty good mix of pass and run here. This game's certainly not over 29-16.
Allen comes out. They actually spot the ball on the 19-yard line.
Only almost 6 minutes left here still in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and about 8. Robbins. There's Harris. He puts him in motion. Quick pass. This is low and looks like incomplete. Did he get his hands under it?
I thought he did get his hands under it. We'll see. Yep, they're going to spot it up there, Tom. Give him about a yard.
So Hale makes the catch. It'll be 3rd down and about 8.
Well, they didn't move the down marker at all. I thought the official signaled a catch.
Might have been right at the line of scrimmage. Now Robbins was ready for the snap, decides he's going to check the sidelines and see what they're going to change. Ocean City pretty much does the same thing offensively. Robbins takes the snap, drops back to throw. Long down the right side, way too long. Good 5 yards too long.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it a little sooner than he wanted to. He was getting pressure from the right side of that Ocean City defense. Bringing a linebacker in. I think that was in Sarah. Putting the pressure on. I think we should hire a spotter up here to tell us in our ear who's making the play down there when we can't see it. I mean, they do it on TV, and they make more than we do, Tom.
Robbins to punt. We haven't had a punt return a touchdown. We've had interceptions. We've had kickoffs. And Wilson just got on the field in time. They would have played with 10 people. Taken back at the 43-yard line. And Schneider looking for some room down the right side. He stops and goes out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he took a look to the other side and said, you know what? Probably not going to do it this time. Looks like a penalty against Ocean City. Or not.
I don't think there's a
No,
penalty.
I
Apparently.
clip.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see the flag anywhere, but I saw him motion against Ocean City.
It happened at the 46, so they're going to move it back to the 44 of Ocean City. So Ocean City starts on its own 44-yard line. They lead it 29-16 over Millville. Slot to the left, and it's Wilson. Wilson looks for some room. And he gets in across the 45 to maybe the 46.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards. Like to take some time off the clock a little bit, but again, explosive offenses.
Second and 8. Quick pass is incomplete, intended for Ronner.
Yeah, thrown just a tad behind him.
He was in the air. Thought he was held. Third and about 8.
Sarah comes back in.
Schneider splits to the left. And Sarah shifts. Under pressure. Rapetti pass is tipped and incomplete. A little bit behind the receiver. He got a hand on it and it flew down the sidelines, but it's incomplete. And it's fourth down, a punting situation.
Yeah, 2 receivers in the same area, and they brought 3 or 4 defenders. And he really didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Just looking to make something. He's got a strong arm, Rapetti.
Lower Cape May has scored. They lead Oakcrest 28-21. Here comes the punt. Gets it away. And they just leave it alone. It rolls inside the 20-yard line, and Millville start about their own 19. With 4:21 remaining in the third quarter, and the Thunderbolts trailing by 13 points.
Guys kind of walking out on both sides of the ball to get in position. I mean, guys are doing a lot of running, but those big guys up front are pushing each other all game long. That's even more tiring, Tom.
Sure. Robbins back to his left, trips to the right, puts Harris in motion to the right, swings a pass out to him, and he is chased down and stopped by, I think Wilson was involved in that tackle.
Again, get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and let them try to make plays.
8 yards on that, 2nd and 2. Robbins comes up under center. Full house backfield. And
They don't get to.
they don't get too much. We'll see when they unpile. It's going to be 3rd and 1, it looks like.
Yep. Well,
So you give it to Allen.
I was just going to say, I mean, if you're
Well, wait a minute. Now they're moving the chains. So they did get the first down.
it's probably still time to give it to Allen.
It's their 11th unofficially. In the pistol, he's got Allen behind him and gives him the ball. Tries to cut back, can't.
A nice tackle.
Good play by Matt Christie, the 6'2", 261-pound senior. Picked up 35 pounds since last year. Wouldn't be good for you and me, but works out good for Matt.
No. Nope. If you said he lost 62 pounds, I would have told you where I could find some of it.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Quick pass over the right side is complete. He's got first down yardage, it looks like. We'll see. That's Allen. And where are they going to spot it? Not where he landed all the way out there, but far enough. He got to the 40 for a first down. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's Ocean City 29, Millville 16.
I feel like this quarter's taking longer than the other two put together.
Robbins, hands off, White. Keep saying White, it's Allen, Laquin Allen, not Devontae White. He's a wide receiver. The one's number 1, the other's number 11. Gain of about 4, call it. 2nd and 6, probably 2nd and 6.5. So you said both these teams are idle next week. Ocean City comes back with Mainland, Millville with Williamstown on November 6th. Pump fake, pass over the middle, and this time Ocean City defends it pretty well, though Devontae White, and it is him, does battle for an extra yard or so. He gets it out almost to the 45.
Yep, got a couple of yards there.
In fact, it's right on the 45. 3rd and 5 for Millville, trying to bounce back, get another score, and get close here. Robbins. Whistle.
It's going to be encroachment.
The whistle stopped the play.
St. Joe now leads Vineland 23-7, Tom.
Okay. So they get the first down on the penalty.
One of the defensive linemen just a little bit anxious, and I don't think he encroached by more than about 6 inches. But
Ball's on the midfield stripe, actually just across it. 1st and 10 for Millville. I don't know what's going on here. The long conversation. Dennis Thomas and 2 of the officials. Now the referee comes, talks to another official, and maybe Thomas has invited him out to dinner. Thomas with 50 wins in his career between here and Salem, between Millville and Salem.
literally, it's out to dinner now. Can't be into dinner.
That's true. Quick pass at the sideline, complete. And trying to pull out of a tackle. He's driven out of bounds about a yard short of the first down. Caleb Bowman.
Well, you'd think they're in 4-down territory here, even if they don't come up with the first down here. Trailing by 2 scores. Still,
2nd and about a yard, excuse me.
I was just going to say, still in the third quarter by a minute.
Clock stopped because he went out of bounds. Robbins, quick pass, and caught by Allen. Ball comes out. Ocean City's got it. I
thought he was down.
think Wilson got it.
He did. Jacob Wilson.
If I remember correctly, you were talking about where Ocean City played at Long Branch last year. I think Jacob Wilson recovered a fumble near the end of that game to seal the win. That was the South Jersey semifinal.
I remember we got up there real early. We were way up high in the press box.
Yeah, it was a nice
big
place.
stadium type place. Yep. Real, very friendly people, and some guy who had been in charge of the press box for like 50 years.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Ocean City from the 35. Rapetti hands it off and driving out across the 40 to about the 42 or 43 yard line. Jake and Sarah picks up about 9. Looks like they're going to take him almost out to the 44. And the Raiders are ready.
One way to stop the drive is to create that turnover.
Another high snap, another straight handoff, another first down. And Sarah hitting the line. They've stopped the clock with 19 seconds. remaining in the third quarter. There's no wind factor here or anything, so it doesn't matter what direction you're going. Now they wind it up.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure Ron Moretti and Bruce Beaver are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they'll let the clock run down.
All right, we played 3 quarters. It's Ocean City 29, Millville 16. If you or somebody you know hopes to continue playing sports in college, Bill Shallcross at Crossover Productions can help. Bill can assist you in putting your best foot forward with a professionally produced highlight video at an affordable price. All sports are welcome, and no job is too big or too small. Bill Shallcross has more than 25 years of experience recording sports events and then creating edited videos. Call Bill at 609-513-8950 to talk about putting together a video presentation that will get colleges interested. Crossover Productions, producing quality video since 1991. So, we played 3 quarters. Ocean City 29, Millville 16 here at Carey Stadium. Raiders come in 3-0. Millville 1-2, but there's no comparison with the opponents in the first 3 weeks. Millville has had a much tougher schedule, not only than Ocean City, than most teams. Hamilton, of course, unfortunately had to cancel 2 games because of a virus infection or exposure. So they aren't playing this week, and they're not playing next week. But they're a good football team. Here's Rapetti, and he drives inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Tom, tackle there by Bowman, but Rapetti got to the line of scrimmage. There was nothing, and just made that little quick side step, and boom, 7, 8 yards.
Make it 9, 2nd and 1. This time it's in Sarah, and he's got the first down inside the 40.
Mike Gray lost his helmet there on that play.
Well, he's got to come out. First down. Ball's on the 39-yard line. Ocean City sends Wilson into the game. And Sarah comes out. And Wilson gets the ball, makes a nice cut, drives inside the 30 and close to the first down. Looks like he's got it.
Yep.
You know, with Wilson and Sarah, Mazzatelli, all good running backs. Rapetti, of course, can run. And we haven't even seen Jack Hogue, who's the next Jake Schneider, I think. 5'7", 138. Over 100 yards already this year.
Sophomore.
Yeah. And Ocean City picks up some yards there inside the 25-yard line.
If they get in the end zone, it's a 3-score game.
Yeah.
Field goal still makes it a 2-score game.
Here comes Sarah back in for Wilson after Wilson makes a decent gain there. And Sarah gets the ball and drives inside the 20. Got the first down. Ocean City not only moving the ball, but using up clock. They've used a couple of minutes here already in the fourth quarter. And Sarah to the left of Rapetti. Trips to the left. Rapetti keeps it, rolls left. He's running all the way. He spins inside the 10, and he's pulled down by Colleen Bowman at about the 9-yard line.
Yep, keep it on the ground. Keep the ball out of the hands of the other team and make the clock run while you got the lead.
It looks like it's going to be right about on the 10. in Sarah to the left of Rapetti. And Sarah gets it, sees a hole, drives through, into the end zone.
Really good run, good blocking up front.
(35-16), and Sarah with another touchdown. That's his 6th of the year. 5 of them rushing, 1 of them with an interception. And now it's Mcgonagall time. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's high enough, and good.
You know, I think Ocean City probably has more cheerleaders than some teams have players, it seems like. They got at least 2 platoon cheerleaders down there, offense and defense. I think they got more than a couple dozen young ladies.
9 minutes left, fourth quarter, Ocean City by 20. Since 1981, the Trofa and Coggins families have offered the best in car care at Car Caress, now at 1635 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, right next to CVS Pharmacy. It's also Car Caress 2 at 100 Stagecoach Road in Marmora, behind ShopRite. They'll hand wash your vehicle, both the interior and exterior. Also have an automatic car wash, self-service bays and vacuums. Car Caress, 1635 Haven Avenue, Ocean City. Phone for an appointment, 609-398-8482. They also offer free pickup and delivery. Car Caress, something special for your vehicle at a price that fits your budget. All the action brought to you by Calvi Electric in Atlantic City. They encourage you to get out, support your favorite high school team, and wear a mask and follow all the other advice so that they continue to play the games.
So 9 minutes. Raiders by 20. And again, the 3-score game. I mean, Millville can score pretty quickly, but 3 scores would be tough in 9 minutes.
We'll give you a rundown of some South Jersey scores and the update on the Cape Atlantic League in a moment. Here's the kickoff. It's high and carries pretty well inside the 10. And Harris on the run avoids the tackle, and he's caught from behind and brought down around the 32-yard line. It's Shawnee leading Cherokee, which would be a big upset, 14-10. Seneca 7, Sterling nothing. Lenape, the number 1 team in South Jersey, leads Rancocas Valley 14-0. Clearview finally getting to play its first game, trails Timber Creek 14-0. Holy Spirit leads Pleasantville 28-12. St. Augustine 35, Mainland nothing. St. Joe over Vineland, you said it was a later score. This has 9-7. And Cherry Hill West leads Camden Catholic 21-0. What was that St. Joe score you had?
23-7,
okay.
St. Joe.
Yeah, that's a later score. All right, Millville's got to make something happen quick if they're going to get back in this. Pump fake, Robbins throws, and it's just off the fingertips of Tion Cephas.
Yeah, that's a catchable one. He'll be upset about that. Got to go back to the kickoff, Tom. I don't want Bill Shawcross to get upset with me. Nick Shawcross made the tackle there.
Oh.
Got to get that in. I'm surprised he's not stomping on the ceiling up there. There he goes.
Second and 10 for Millville. Robbins pump fakes, looks downfield, puts it up in the air, and Schneider intercepts it at the 35-yard line. Now, there's a flag, though, at the other end, and they've roughed the passer.
Yep. Robbins just threw that one up there and into double coverage and really didn't have a chance for it to be completed.
Nobody saw it, but Robbins took his helmet off, which means he should leave the game. But he also took a shot, so It's excusable.
Yeah, he got his bell rung, so to speak.
So that moves the ball out to the 48-yard line for Millville. 1st and 10 with 8:39 left. Holy Spirit leads 35-12. And according to a report, Patrick Smith has 227 yards with 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Way to go, Mike! Way to go, buddy!
And tripping him up was Mike Gray, and he may have shaken himself up a little bit.
I think he's got a cramp.
Something. He's jogging off the field. Stopped him for about a 2-yard gain.
There's nothing more painful than a cramp. Well, not nothing, but.
2nd and 8. Robbins waits the snap. Back to throw, going long. It's Wilson against Bowman, and the pass is too long for both of them.
Yeah, they're trying that right side fly pattern 2 or 3 times in a row now. Haven't been able to connect. The last one was intercepted by Schneider, but it came over from the safety position. But they got to get on the board quickly, does Millville.
Absolutely.
They're ready to go. The Raiders aren't quite ready. Here they go.
3rd down. Pitch back to Allen. He tries to cut it back. He gets a yard, maybe 2, but it'll be 4th and about 5 or 6 yards to go just across midfield.
Kind of have to go for it if you're Millville.
I would think so.
And you certainly have skilled players who can pick up 5 yards. That's not an issue, or 6 yards.
No doubt about it.
Let's throw that little short pass probably.
4th and 5, double slot. Robbins rolls out, pass caught for the 1st down, and Bowman slips the tackle. He's at the 30 and is driven out of bounds around the 25 or 26 or 24-yard line.
Yeah, not a good tackle that time in the Raiders secondary.
Ball's going to be on the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Millville, 7-11 and counting in the 4th quarter.
You think Robbins has a couple dozen pass attempts?
Mm-hmm. He's averaging 30 a game. Quick pass, a swing out to Allen on the left side. He's got room down the left, cuts it in, drives through, and he's close inside the 10, close to the 5. We've had 33 1st downs in this game unofficially.
Wilson, Jamison in on the stop. I'll tell you that when the Millville coaches go back and look at this game, the one thing they're going to focus on is the turnovers have really hurt them.
Sure. And, of course, that one sack when it looked like they were going in to score off the opening kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
There's Harris. Ooh! He is quick, but if you hit him like that, he's not going to go very far. And Mike Rhodes involved.
I'll tell you, too, I think off the bottom of that pile was Mike Gray again.
Uh-huh.
Who's still dealing with that, looks like still dealing with that Charlie horse or leg cramp.
2nd down. 2nd and goal. Robbins takes a snap, gives to Harris again. This time he avoids a tackle, but he's hit by the 2nd guy. That's
Jamison.
Yep, Jamison. They're going to spot it at about the 8, maybe 7. 3rd and goal.
Gets a little tougher down here.
Sure does. And, of course, the clock's running down to 5:20. Robbins looks to the sideline. And a whistle. Flag. Illegal procedure against Millville.
Well, that probably changes the play call. Although I think he was going to throw there anyway.
Here's our first final St. Augustine 49, Mainland 7.
Not a
Holy
surprise.
Spirit now leads 35-20 over Pleasantville. Back to throw, lobbing it into the end zone, and it is too long, incomplete. 4th and goal. 4th and goal for Millville, who's had some problems in the red zone. We mentioned earlier that they got inside the 5, but a big sack by Mike Rhodes pushed them back, and they weren't able to bounce back. Now here they got in close to the 5. Penalties pushed them back, and they're facing 4th down.
I see a little swing pass out of the backfield here.
Robbins does swing. He's looking all over the place. Fires down the middle, and it's broken up. Broken up by Shutta.
I tell you, the Raiders have played really well defensively in that one-on-one coverage.
You know, coming into this game, Ocean City had scored 12 out of the 14 times in the red zone. And they've scored a couple tonight. The opposing teams were 0 for 2. Only gotten to the red zone twice. And Millville's at least missed twice. But Ocean City will take over here on about their own 13-yard line, looks like. And they can run it out.
And you won't see the ball in the air now.
4:50 left. Maybe in a 3rd down play or something, but
Nah. Yeah, they run a couple minutes off and punt if they have to. Again, 3 scores separate these two teams.
officials haven't marked the ball ready for play. Now they do. Trying to get to the outside, cutting it back nicely and getting it out across the 20-yard line. It's Rapetti. He's a 3-sport athlete, and not only is he a 3-sport athlete, but he's a control 3-sport athlete. He's a quarterback, point guard, and a catcher.
College choice, do you know, Tom?
I would think football, but here's a handoff inside. And then Sarah's got a first down, it looks like, to the 25-yard line. And lots of whistles here. There's a flag. We see it now at the 25-yard line.
The other thing, obviously, that this virus has done is makes it much more difficult for the college coaches to recruit kids as far as seeing them play and, you know, getting scouting reports. And
personal foul against Millville. So Ocean City gets the first down anyway, and then 15 more. And they're going to move them all the way out to the 40-yard line. 4:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ocean City on top here, 36-16. Egg Harbor Township has beaten Bridgeton 22-6. Ocean City reassigning some positions here with some shifts. I think that's Riley Gunnels, isn't it?
another 5 yards encroachment against the defense.
No, that's Jake. That's Joe Rapetti. He looks taller. 5-yard penalty against Millville. It'll move to the 45. Shawnee still leads Cherokee 21-17. That'd be a big upset. Holy Spirit, we gave you. No other changes. 1st and 5 at the 45-yard line for Ocean City. And Sarah stopped at the line of scrimmage. Millville's still got all 3 timeouts. I mean, I know they're 20 points down, but
Yeah, I don't know what they're saving them for.
2nd and 5. Here comes Wilson back into the game. Interchangeable running backs. This time, Rapetti runs through a tackle and gets a first down almost to the 45-yard line of Millville.
Yeah, at this point, I don't like to see him run the ball. I mean, the game's over. Give it to somebody else if he's going to stay in the game.
Clock down to 2 minutes. Wilson comes in at running back. And he gets the ball, but whistles and flags stop the play.
Probably going to be a procedure.
Moves it back to midfield where it'll be 1st and 15.
Getting a little sloppy here.
Again, we mentioned neither of these teams play next week. Ocean City back on November 6th here against Mainland, and Millville back on November 6th against Williamstown, one of the top teams in South Jersey. Rapetti just
eating
watching
the
timer.
Yep.
Gets the snap. It's high. Hands it off to Wilson. And Wilson is stopped. Well, I thought he was stopped, but he pushes the pile ahead. The ball comes out, but they had blown the whistle. So he gains about 3 or 4 on that extra effort. It'll be 2nd and 11, let's call it. Down to 1:15 on the clock.
A lot of good big guys behind him pushing that pile forward, too.
Nick Bell checks into the game. Gavin Pardo will be in the slot. Kyle Hendricks split wide to the right. And Wilson in at running back.
1, maybe 2 plays.
I think after this play, they could take a knee if they have to, if they want to. Rapetti takes the snap, gives it to Wilson. Wilson shoots through. He's at the 40 and still pushing. That's great leg strength. Wilson's fast. We saw that. But he's got power, too, and that's it. Ocean City's going to win it. They're going to just let the clock run out.
Pretty impressive performance, Tom.
So Ocean City makes it 4-0 in a game filled with exciting plays on both sides. They win it 36-16 over Millville on homecoming night here at Carey Stadium. The 2 teams line up, kind of wave at each other to say good game, which is kind of strange because they've been banging against each other all night.
Exactly.
Why can't they touch fists or elbows or something? But they suggest you don't do that, though Dennis Thomas and Kevin Smith do. So Ocean City's 4-0, and they did it with a 10-yard run by Rapetti, a 22-yard field goal by Mcgonagall, a 50-yard interception return by Jake Schneider, a 24-yard interception return by Brad Jamison, an 89-yard kickoff return by Jacob Wilson, and a 10-yard touchdown by Jake and Sarah. Millville got on the board when Nate Robbins, their quarterback, made a touchdown connection to Teron Hale, and also a 9-yard run by the workhorse, Laquin Allen, of their running game, and they converted 1 2-point conversion. So, I'm sorry, both 2-point conversions. So it finishes 36-16. Ocean City 4-0, Millville 1-3. They're both off next weekend. We thank those of you that joined us on OceanCitySports.com and PrimeEvents.net, and also the people at Quinn Broadcasting who were watching this game as well. We thank Jeff Haynes for his hospitality, Ocean City's Director of Athletics, Devin Scioli, and his crew for their work here at Carey Stadium. So for Bud Rink This is Tom Williams. And, oh, of course, Bill Shawcross, who's giving you that picture right there as Ocean City wins it by a score of 36-16. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.